Yo, welcome back to the 1497 podcast, baby. You know the vibes. It's your boy, Jonathan Keaton, in the cut. Michael Wood, the greatest co-host that ever walked the planet, couldn't be here today. He's got a little ROTC stuff to do. But I got my boy, Charles Jones, in the building, baby. The phenomenon. Man, oh man, I can't wait for this story. How you feeling, bro?
I'm straight, bro. Appreciate you for having me in here today, bro.
No problem. Anytime, bro. So we was before we got cut off by my internet, was talking about March Madness. What's your thoughts on March Madness so far?
Yeah, bro. Like I was saying, March Madness been crazy. Like, you know how people try their brackets every year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I was done on the first day. So like after the first game, I was through, bro. Like I think Iowa was the first one that messed me up, bro. On some crazy stuff.
Bro,
But yeah.
yeah, that's how I was too with like the game. Cause I remember my friend called me and he was like, yo, how you doing? How you doing? And I'm pumping my chest, doing everything like, man, I'm doing good. I'm 3-0 right now. Next game
I
start.
was like, you had a good start.
Yeah, I had a good start, and then it just had a downfall from there.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. Who you think will end up winning it from this point?
That's a tough question. Because all the teams are good, right? Like
Yeah.
you gotta be good to make it up to this point. But I think
Yeah.
what one team separates from the others is Arizona. I think Arizona's gonna
Yeah.
pull it off.
Yeah, I said the same thing, bro. I was just gonna say that. I like Arizona.
Yeah, especially that guard, Bennett Mathurin. That dude, he cold. He cold.
Tough, bro. How you feel about St. Peter's?
St. Peter's, there's always a Sweet 16, or there's always a little story in March Madness. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I hope they can pull off a huge upset because that would be huge for not just them, but for their school, right? Because a lot of people are going to start giving them notice. And then a lot of people might be like, oh, snap. They went crazy that year in March Madness. Let me go in, apply there, and get more people to apply there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for them too. It's like, in my case, like me being a under recruited player, you know, I can relate to those guys. You feel me? So I just hope they end up making it as far as they can. Hope the best for them, bro.
Exactly. And then with like your story too, the one thing that jumped out about me was how you were 5'6" and you damn near grew a whole foot and then started hooping with D1 athletes and now you're succeeding at that. So before that even happened, before all that occurred, when did you know you could hoop on the biggest stage?
Bro, it's crazy, bro, but I knew this when I was like fifth grade. Like fourth, fifth grade, I was little, bro. Little as heck. But it was always my mindset, bro. Like I wanted to be able to play with the best people. I wanted to be able to be the best I can be. I wanted to be able to play Division I, bro. Like, and I wasn't gonna let nobody stop me. Like, even if I didn't grow, like I had the work ethic back then and the mindset to be able to, you feel me? Like to be able to know that I wanted to get there. And I wasn't gonna let nobody stop me from getting there. So that's pretty much when I knew. And then by the time I got to like high school, I want to say like the end of ninth grade, that's when I had my first growth spurt. And then it just really kicked in. Like the work really took off. But I was like, you know what, I can really make it for real now. So I really got to just go hard at it every day.
Yeah, I feel that because a lot of kids younger than us, they don't really have that work ethic. They don't really have that mentality as like someone who's in the grind, like has it, right? It's just so hard for them to develop that because at such an early age, you already got doubters right there. Be like, man, you're not gonna make a more realistic goal, or hey, don't shoot for the sky, aim for something that's in the way.
That's what older people always want to tell you. Like, you gonna have to, it's only a 0.001 chance you can go play college basketball or something like that, bro, and go to the NBA or professional or something like that, bro. But I don't believe none of that. If you work hard, I feel like you can do anything you want to do in this world, honestly. So That's what I be telling kids. I just be trying to motivate them the best they can to work hard. Because if you work hard, it's really the sky's the limit for you.
Yeah, that's what
So,
that's what a lot of people are starting to realize now too. But then what comes into it is the situations that you're put into and how you or how you get those opportunities and what you do with those opportunities. So with you and the grind, when the grind really started and started to kick in, like where did you come from to the point where you knew if I just worked hard, if I just get to where I got to get to, I'm gonna be able to go crazy and play pro one day?
let's see. Probably I want to say when I was like 15, I started playing against a lot of pros, overseas pros, a couple of G League guys, stuff like that. And I was actually like able to hang with them, you know. And then a lot of it came from just building confidence from being in the gym by yourself too. Like the more work you get in by, like a lot of people don't know, like they feel like they can just go to practice and then they'll kill everybody on their high school team, middle school team, whatever, and feel like that's enough, bro. But it's really not. You got to think about it. You competing against everybody in the whole country. Like it's probably millions of people out here trying to go Division 1, go Division 2, play college basketball, anything, bro. So you gotta push yourself to the limits to where you'll be able to be beating out other people that's recruiting and going for the same spots that you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is for me. Like one confidence from when I was I got top of each other. They, you know, that's all I was like just taking it day. I didn't start off. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Nah, yeah. I mean, when people go from that high school to when they're hooping in high school and they have all that success coming from them, because like usually in high school you're not playing like the top tier teams every every game. It's like every so often, right? Because like those are your big rivalry games in high school, and then the playoffs you kind of have like an easy way to get to state. But then once you're out of that and you go to college and you start seeing all these other D1 basketball players trying to hoop and try to get the spot that you're getting at, it's like, wait a minute, like, man, I never seen this type of competition before. And then that's when that doubt starts coming in mentally, where it's like, damn, I don't even know if I can keep on pushing myself to even get to this point because there's just so much work that I have to put in and there's so much that I have to do. So, is there or not is there was there a time where you got to that point where you're like, man, like I want to quit, like there's just no way that I can compete with all these other dudes?
well, I mean that time for me came in high school, bro. Like I know you were saying like it's an easy route in high school, but really, well, I'm from a bigger city, bro, like a bigger basketball city. So it was tough. Like I had guys on my team right now that's in the G League, overseas, almost in the NBA, stuff like that. So I really wasn't even the best player on my team. Not until my senior year, I think. That's when I became the best player. But it was really times where he used to be pushing me, like I'm just be getting, I don't want to say bullied on the court, but you know how that go. Like you the youngest on the court, pretty much you getting bullied on the court. Everybody talking crazy to you. And it's like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But you know what I'm saying? You just gotta stick with it, bro. Like with basketball, bro, basketball is all mental. Like if somebody can get into your mind while you playing basketball, it don't matter how good you are, bro. You're through. Like you're done. So you just gotta try to stay mentally positive, pick yourself up because really nobody gonna help you with this stuff. Your teammates, you gotta think about it, bro. Like your teammates trying to get to the same place you trying to get. So they trying to. It's not really nothing personal. Like they just trying to get to where you trying to get, so they gotta feel me like step on you a little bit to get there. So you really just got to be mentally strong. That's the thing, and that's just gonna come with time. Like the more challenges I want to say that you run into, then the more mentally tough you become, and it just becomes a habit after a while. Then nothing can break you. That's pretty much. I feel like I'm at the point right now.
Yeah, and a lot of people, not just basketball too, like they're gonna try to get not try to get in your way. Like they're not gonna try to do it purposely. They're just trying to get to where you're trying to get to because they want that bag. Like everyone waking up be like, man, like I wanna make 10 million every single year, like Stephen A is doing, the highest paid sports analyst, or man, I want to be making money like Tyreek Hill right now, the highest paid wide receiver, or LeBron, Steph. But you're gonna have to step on some toes to get to that point.
Yeah,
and then
bro.
you was talking about hooping with overseas and G leaguers, which I think that's the new wave. How you feel about guys picking the G League or playing overseas over college? Like what's your thought process on that?
Man, I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think college is going out the window. But if you younger and you watching this, I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying don't take school serious. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I graduated with like a 3.8. So school is definitely important. But if you playing, I feel like if you playing basketball and you should know by the time you like 15 to like 18 if you gonna have a good chance of being a pro or not. So I feel like if you at that point, I feel like overseas and maybe making the G League is a good route for you because it'll get you in early, and you'll be able to get prepared on how to become a pro early, and then you'll have a longer and more successful journey as a pro. That's what I feel like. Because, I mean, college is cool, but, like, I'm at college right now, like, nothing against school, but it's really, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a waste of time, bro. Like, all the classes I'm taking, I'm never gonna use these classes in my life. So it's like, why am I here? I'm just here just to play basketball. So I'm just wasting time with the school when I could be, overseas or something, or in the G League or something, doing that,
Yeah,
focusing on my career.
and that's how most people feel outside of sports, just college in general, right? You drop in 50, 60K a year to put someone in college. And we're not saying, to all like the listeners, all the viewers out there, we're not saying don't put your kids through college. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is if you know your potential and you have that workload and you know what you're going to do, then college might not be the right answer. That's why they say college is not for everyone, because not a lot of people went there, took those classes, and then bam, became what they did. I mean, some people did, but you got to look at people like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, a bunch of those entrepreneurs that started up businesses, and look what they're at now. I mean, Steve Jobs, RIP Steve Jobs, but he's a billionaire. Exactly. Got Apple phones that's making constantly. Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. They went straight from high school to the league. I think Kobe won like 5 championships, 5 or 4. Kevin Garnett won one in 2008. So college isn't for everyone, but if like you got the bread, you got everything settled, that's the way. But if you know you're going to be that guy, I'm right there with you. Go to the G League, play overseas.
Exactly, bro. But then again, you know how the older people always come in with the doubt saying, what if you get hurt? What if you get hurt? You got to think about it, bro. You know what? I thought about this for a long time. Like, I was like, oh, dang. Like, what if I do get hurt? Like, dang, I might need school. But how many people get hurt and don't heal from it? Exactly. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I never thought about that. It's probably only like a few rare cases where you get hurt so bad playing basketball that you won't heal from it. And then again, if you not going to college, if you don't get a scholarship, and you still going to college, think about it, bro. College ain't going nowhere. Like, you can go to college later on. Like, if your thing that you're trying to do doesn't work out, then you can take the college route. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna make a difference from you going now and 10 years later after you chased your dream and possibly made it, and then you can rather just go back later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then it's like education's important. That's the number one thing for that should be a number one thing for everyone on their list. But people gotta understand, not a lot of people that grew up in the dirt in the trenches, they don't got 50,000 in their back pocket that they can just go, here son, or here daughter, you can, let's bring you to Yale, let's bring you to Harvard. Because I know someone that is at Harvard right now playing water polo, and like usually sports in college gives you free tuition. He still got to pay tuition, and he playing sports for the school. So it's kind of like ridiculous. Like, wow, like I'm going to a top Ivy League school. I'm playing sport for that top Ivy League school, but I still got to pay for that on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
that don't make no sense to me.
Exactly. Bro. And then, another question I wanted to ask you is, with the NIT, the offers, all that stuff, have you experienced any NIT offers, or not NIT?
NLI.
Yeah, NLI. Have you experienced any offers with that, and how beneficial is that to you with that back road of making your own bread?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you how much I make or anything off of them, but I got a couple of them, man. Like, a couple of them been coming in. You know, it kind of helps also, like, being a little bit known off of TikTok and a little bit of Instagram now. But I got a couple of them coming in. It's cool, bro, because, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, in college, a lot of people don't know this, but you get paid from the school in college, bro. Like, it's just, I'm just being honest. Like, you go get paid from the school. And it's not even like no illegal money. It's called cost of attendance, because, you know, you can't really get a job while you playing a college sport. So you get a cost of attendance check every month. But on top of that, having a little NLI, you know, that's a nice little extra bread, you know. So it's cool. It's cool doing that. But what comes with it is you gotta also, like, promote, like, whatever is coming with it, which isn't really hard. But sometimes it just feel like some of the brands or some of the businesses, they try to, like, own you in a way. If you try, like, if you don't do a certain thing the way that they like you to do it, then they'll really, like, try to sue you, you know. And you gotta really, like, read the fine print, because they really some businesses really try to trick you. Some people, they're cool and they'll, like, you know, tell you everything up front, because, you know, you still kind of young, you don't really know all of this yet. But some people out here trying to trick you, and you just got to make sure you're careful with that and read all the fine print. Because I ain't gonna lie, I had one deal. They wanted me to do something, but they tried to lock me into, like, I want to say, like, a 1-year contract of me steady creating and promoting stuff for them. And I was like, you know what, it's not even worth it. But if I didn't read the fine print, I wouldn't have started with the neck. So it's cool to do, but I'm just saying, be careful with them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, especially in those big cities too, like Chicago, Los Angeles. Hell, I'd even throw Houston in there. Like, some people are gonna try to get you open, especially to the young crowd. They're gonna try to get you open, or get you open and be like, yo, I got this little deal. It's $1,000 a month. Yo, you gotta come check this out real quick. Come to this spot Tuesday night at 8:00. I'm gonna be there, right? And then you all psyched and stuff. You like, man, making $1,000 a month, because that's where it gets you, that price. Once you see that price, you don't think of anything else. I'm being straight up. Like, you not thinking of anything else besides that price.
It's ridiculous, bro. But you just gotta be careful with them. Make sure you read over everything.
Exactly. And then not just that. Always have a friend that's always in your ear about it. Like you got to have that one person that's always going to be like that's there with you. And say if you all geeked up and stuff, not reading that fine print, and they read it and then they point it out to you, you always got to have that one person, because not only that they just helped you out of something that could have messed up that from right there to like 2-3 years down the line, but they just opened your eyes to a whole new world. So it's like, gotta have those people that's going to stop you from making those types of mistakes. But talking about the deals, talking about college, and then we were talking about you hooping, just chopping it up a little. Oh, snap. Well, Charlie has left, but I'm gonna talk a little bit. The podcast is all about talking, so I'm gonna talk a little bit. This is not the normal type of interview that I would do, where it'd just be like all like buffery and stuff. So I'm just improvise on the way. Go back to the college discussion. I think it's really important to have this discussion because college is not for everyone. And some people might not go through all these classes just to be like, well, what are these classes going to do for me in the future? What is this going to help? How is this going to help me? Versus if you have that drive, if you have that intuition, you can be like, man, I can do what I need to do outside of this and still build a foundation for myself. But if you're like, man, I want to go to college, I want to live the experience, and you have money saved up, then that's cool. And Charles is back. Charles, can you hear me?
You've been talking.
Yeah, I had to improvise a little bit.
No, bro, I don't know what happened. It had cut me out or something. I didn't hear nothing you said. It's been 3 minutes.
You straight. But yeah. What I was about to say? Oh yeah. So everyone's wondering, how did this man grow a foot within a year, right? And how did he become a D1 athlete on the basketball level? So what nutrition and mental paths did you take into growing into your 6'6" body that you're in right now?
But I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, everybody been asking that. I really don't know. Like, I can't even make up no lies to you. But like everybody in my family is tall, bro. Like, I was just short for a long time for some reason. Like, everybody knew I was gonna be tall because I was like in 8th grade going into 9th grade. I was like 5'6", but I had the same arm length that I had now. Like, I had a dumb arm. Guys, look at that. And one day I woke up, I'm like 6'1". And I'm like, oh, I get out the bed. I'm like, oh, I can't even walk. I'm like, what's going on? And I look in the mirror. I'm like, I'm tall. I'm tall as hell. And the next thing I know, like probably like a couple months later, boom, 6'3". I'm like, dang, I'm getting up there. Then that next summer, I'm like, what, 6'4". And I stayed at 6'4" for like 2 years, you know. And then right when I go to college, like my first year, hit 6'6". I'm like, damn, yeah, now I can really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can really do it now. So really, I can't even say nothing. I mean, the best thing I could do, probably the thing I did, I guess I got a lot of sleep. That's the best thing I can tell you. I got a lot of sleep. And I don't know, ate vegetables. But really, it's just how I was biologically, I guess. So, I mean, I can't really lie to you.
Man,
stretching. I did stretch a lot.
Man,
that probably helped.
I know people are like, damn, I wish over a span of 12 months, I can grow into a 6'6" body. Shit. I wish that was me. I mean, I'm 6'2", maybe 6'2 and a half, but man, if I was 6'6",
yeah, bro. But no, another thing I say too, like, I don't know how true or not it is, but with my dad, he always told me, he was like, don't start the weight room too early, you know. Like a lot of guys, they start lifting heavy weights and all that when they like 14, 13, 14, 15. Like you gotta what he was telling me was like you gotta give your body full time to develop, you know. And if you start lifting early, that like stunts your growth. So I didn't really start lifting for real until I turned like 15, 16, you know. That's by the time I had caught most of my height. So I don't know how true or not that is. That's just what he told me. And I mean, I guess it worked. So
Man, because like a lot of people be, especially now with our where our society is, everyone trying to hit the gym, everyone trying to have them 6-pack abs, everyone trying to look buff and shredded as a mug, and they just trying to look good. To keep it a buck, they just trying to look good. And I don't blame them.
yeah.
But that makes sense though. If you left
Yeah,
it,
don't get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. You can, bro, you definitely can still hit your push-ups, sit-ups, ab raises, body weight exercises. Just don't like try to go in there and squat 215, you know, like you 14 years old.
exactly.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. Cause like some of the times I'm looking on TikTok and I'm seeing these 13, 14-year-olds got a rope pulling
Exactly.
a Ford F-150. I'm like,
Exactly.
how are they doing this?
Exactly. Probably built like a little bowling ball. Short and strong, man.
So you hooping, you living your best life at college right now. I don't want you to get in trouble for saying this, but I gotta ask, is the college that you're at now, are you planning to stay there throughout your whole career and then going up to the pros, or are you planning on transferring? If so, where the pinpoint kind of circling over right now?
I can't even tell you that, bro. You trying to get me in trouble, bro. I don't know. I'll tell you this, bro. By the time April come, then I'll answer that.
Well, I'm gonna need you back on here in the last couple days to let that be known. That can be a to be continued right there.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. I'll say mid-April.
Mid-April? All right, I'm cool with that. Just shoot me a message and I'll bring you back on here.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, I can't really speak on it too much right now.
So how is it hooping at your school right now? Like what's the most that you like about the Division I basketball experience?
Well, technically, right now, like since COVID happened, I've been redshirted, bro. So I really ain't played like since 2020, bro. Cause I caught COVID real bad that year, and I had to sit out. And ever since then, I just been redshirted. So to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I don't know if I'm gonna stay here or I don't know if I'm gonna transfer, bro. But I don't know. We gonna have to see. I don't know. I feel like next year, wherever I'm at, it's gonna be up though. Like I'm killing whoever in front of me next year, bro. So I don't know how to really answer that question yet. That's gonna be the to be continued question.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you know after it happens.
I feel you, because like a lot of people, I mean, COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise for most athletes because you get that extra year. And say if you did bad that year, or you caught COVID that year, or your team just didn't even play that year, you get that extra year back. So it's like
you get the extra year, and you can transfer if you want to.
Exactly. So it's like it's a win-win situation, because the talents that you didn't get to showcase throughout that year, you damn near get 2 years to really show everyone, I'm Charles Jones and I can play. I can drop you 30. I can get you 10 assists. I'm that triple-double man. Add 10 rebounds into it too.
Facts, bro. It really was a blessing, bro. But still, you know, at the end of the day, it was a big problem with the country. Like, you know, a lot of people ended up losing their lives. So RIP to all of them.
Yeah.
But as far as the basketball thing go, it did kind of help a lot of guys out, you know, especially a lot of seniors that didn't really have a year that they wanted. Now they could come back for another year and redo their year. And everybody, it's like when you play in D1, bro, it really only take like 1 year to really get on the map. So really, that could help anybody out. So it really was kind of a blessing.
Yeah, COVID too. COVID was crazy. Like when it first came out, because like in my mind at least, I was like, wow, like it's something. It was like something out of a movie, right? Where it was just something that we've never seen before. Not even like with the flu or with like Ebola, and like a lot of lives were being lost too. So it was that worrying in your mind, like, damn, like can this get like a lot worse? Like is more families going to be affected by this and like all this?
Hold on, bro. Okay.
No, you straight.
What they said again, bro?
Nah, you straight.
My phone's breaking up.
Nah, all I was saying was like when COVID first broke out, it was crazy because like for me and my perspective, I didn't know what to expect from it. And like you said, families were losing their lives, or family members were losing their lives over it, which was even more crazy. It was crazier because we're like, man, like we don't know what this is. People are losing their lives over this. Like we don't know what to do in a society. So like going out of the basketball perspective and a life perspective, talk to me about how you felt when COVID first started and what has that done for you mentally, physically, all that stuff.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like when COVID first came around, I was one of them that was talking about, man, it's fake. It's not even real, bro. Like y'all out here just trying to lie to us and all that. The government out here tripping. But then ain't nothing gonna make you a believer like seeing it yourself, bro. When I caught it, I'm through. I'm sitting there on my deathbed pretty much, bro. Can't breathe, nose running, fever, all that, bro. Like I'm really sitting here coming to terms with death. And then, next thing you know, I mean, it's like next thing you know, I lose my taste, lose the smell, everything, bro. It's like you drinking lemonade and it tastes like water. Did you have COVID?
Nah, I came close to it though. I was back at my old school, Kansas, and I was kicking it with some friends. And we come back from this one joint the other day, or not the other day, but like during that timeline. And two of my friends, they was like couldn't taste anything, couldn't smell anything. I was like, hold on, like this can't be it. So then I started like room was like really cold. I started like shivering, and I was like started getting the chills. I was like, oh snap. So I got tested, but I didn't test positive. So that was a good thing. But my two other friends tested positive, and what they told me, it was like throughout that whole time span, it was literally hell. Like nothing like that before.
You got lucky, bro. It ain't nothing like drinking some lemonade, drinking some juice or something. Next thing you know, you can't taste it. You like what? Everything you drink, it tastes like water, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a rough situation, man. And you know, losing people losing people close to you due to COVID, it's just crazy, bro. You know, they gone too soon. RIP to all of them, bro. Because it just feel like they lost their life for nothing. Like it could have been all avoided. But, you know, it's God's timing, you know. It's God's plan, bro. You just gotta stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
For real. And RIP to everyone that lost someone because of COVID, or if anyone's going through COVID right now, hopefully they get better soon. Because I get the same, because my dad had COVID, and he basically said what you said, that it ain't nothing to mess with. Because once you get it,
ain't nothing to mess with, bro.
You just feel just terrible every single day. Now,
especially when you old, bro. Like if you old, I know it's tough to deal with. I mean, I'll run, work out every day, bro. And imagine you being like 70, 60 years old catching it. You ain't worked out in 20-something odd years, and now you can't breathe. You know, like that's just it's tough because it really attacks your lungs. Like it feel like somebody squeezing your lungs when you breathe. So, it's just
Man,
crazy.
man. So speaking about crazy and going off of that COVID subject, a lot of people think that the grind is really hard, which it is. And sometimes when people are talking about the grind, they get into the grind and then they just stop doing it. So we were talking about your grind earlier. When you started to grind, what challenges did you face upon that mountain that you had to climb and that you're still climbing right now?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, my challenge was going away to prep school when I was like 17. You know, I went to prep school in Florida. I went down to DME, and I'm from Michigan, so that's like you know how far that is. It's probably like a 24-hour drive, 3-hour flight, bro. So just going to a whole nother state while you're so young, and then on top of that, you pretty much in the middle of nowhere at a prep school, and you just locked in to the gym. Like it's just either you sitting at home in your apartment or you at the gym, bro. So really my ground was my struggles for me were mostly mental. Like being away, because I'm from Detroit, so it's like a big city to a little city, you know. It's just mentally tough, like being away from everybody and not having anything to do and having to live by yourself. But you just gotta what helped me was just being in the gym. That's really when I really took off. Like that's when I really got good because I didn't have anything else to do, so I was in the gym, probably shooting 1,000 shots a day, every day, shooting 1,000 shots a day, lifting, getting stronger every day, working on ball handling. I was always a good shooter, but then I just took off when I started to be able to dribble better. I started to get stronger. I started to be able to dunk on people and all that. So really, once I started working on everything that I didn't have in my game, that's when I started to take off. So that's what if you young right now, bro, I suggest you find you something that you're good at in basketball or whatever sport you do, and then perfect that. And then on your free time, work on the other things that you aren't good at to become complete. Because basketball. I don't know about other sports, but basketball is becoming like a positionless game pretty much. Like you gotta pretty much know how to do everything. So my suggestion is just learn how to do it as much as you can. It's gonna make you more valuable.
Yeah, you ain't never lie because a bunch of guys coming in the NBA now are your height, even taller, can shoot, can dribble, can defend, basically can do it all. So you place them at one position, they can excel at that position, the other position, the other position, basically all five of the positions on the floor. So it makes them more of a threat. And like people listening to this should really key in on don't just practice on shooting, practice on your dribbling, practice on your defense, practice on everything. Because I like what you said. It's going to make you more valuable and it's going to make you more of a threat on the court. And when people talk about, oh, well, he had that influence, or man, he had this growing up. And growing up in Detroit, there's a lot of stuff that you have to try to block out from Detroit. So at a young age, playing basketball in Detroit, how hard was it to block out all the other stuff going on in the city of Detroit?
Bro, it was definitely hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. The only reason I started playing basketball was because my mama wanted me to keep me away from all the distractions and all the trouble that I was getting into when I was like, shoot, I started early, probably around like 5, 6. I'm getting in all type of trouble, bro. Just doing everything, from school trouble to police, everything, bro. Like my mama was like, you know what? Let me try to put him in basketball, and hopefully he'll fall in love with that. She basically told me, and that's what happened. Like I ended up liking basketball, and then ever since then, that's when she started to say, all right, if you do this, you keep living this way, you keep getting in trouble, you ain't gonna be able to play no more. And then just like that, bro, that's when I was like, you know what, I gotta stay away from that. And then mentally, like I just took off to another level. I just locked in mentally. I was like, you know what, I can't mess up no more. I ain't gonna be able to play basketball. And then once I got older, I realized you can go overseas, make a lot of money from playing basketball. You can go to the NBA, possibly make a lot of money. Go to college for free, do a lot of stuff there. And then I was like, you know what? That's a good way to make some money. And then I'm like, I'm really locked in now because, you know, who wouldn't want to get paid just to play a game? So I'm sitting there like, you know what? I got to really focus and lock in. And then ever since then, like all my friends that just been trying to do all the bad stuff, all the negative stuff, shoot, drugs, alcohol, getting in trouble. I can't really say too much, but
Nah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
all that stuff, bro. I'm just staying away from it. Like if you wasn't locked in like I was, then you wasn't my friend, pretty much. And that's like with me, like I always been cool, but I ain't really have a lot of friends because they was focused on the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was always cool with just being alone by myself because I know what I wanted to do and I had my goals early. Like probably by middle school, I knew what I wanted to do. So I've been locked in since then. And ever since then, I've just been taking off. And I mean, no disrespect to them, but I see a lot of them and they just been going down, you know. But hopefully they'll get it together. But I don't know. I feel like if you're young, I feel like you should have a goal or two that you want, a big goal or two that you want, and then have a lot of short-term goals in order to get to your long-term bigger goal. Because that's pretty much what I'm on right now. And I feel like it's the best way to be.
Yeah, growing up and growing up in like Chicago and like Detroit and like those like in those cities, it could be hard. Like I can't really go into about that because I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. So I can't really say like, oh yeah, like I was distracted by all the street violence and all that stuff. Cause I grew up in this town called Naperville, and it's the complete opposite. Like think about like Michigan and like how people would talk about the suburbs, and that one suburb people would talk about all rich and stuff, like you go here, you see all the big white houses with the pools inside, all that stuff. That was Naperville in a nutshell. Basically a whole bunch of Caucasian people, and then you have your selected few minorities. I was in that selected few minorities, you know, growing up, bouncing around apartments and stuff, and like bouncing around houses and stuff. I think going through that struggle, going through that, if you set your mind up for something, bro, you're gonna take off, because all you thinking about is how you about to get to that point, how you about to be making this cheese like all these other people are. And I think that's another thing too. When people get caught up in like the streets of stuff, it's hard to get yourself out because you seeing all the money that you making from it, and on top of that, you around it every day. So if you don't,
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If you ain't got nothing to eat at home, you gonna literally do whatever you can do to get something.
Yeah.
It don't matter who expensive come to, like whoever you gotta step on to get, you gonna do what you gotta do, bro, to get something to eat. Especially if you got kids, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of your family, all that, bro. Like you gonna do whatever you gotta do just to eat. And then on top of that, you want to live a good life too. Like you don't want to live there forever. You want to make it out. So you know you saying you're gonna have to get some money somewhere. So I don't want to say it's right, but I don't really blame people that take that route. You know, you just gotta do it. They just doing what they doing. But if you living like how you said, you live in a Naperville type life, and then you want to take that route, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like you just messing yourself up.
Yeah, because I can't tell you on how many people, because I'm not about to name drop or anything, but like on how many people that like I came across where I'm like, you living in a 2-3 story mansion and you out here selling and trapping drugs. Like what is you doing? Like you got everything.
Bro. Exactly, bro. People be thinking it's something cool to do, but it's really not. It ain't really nothing cool to do. Like you gotta think, everybody I know that live like that never wanted to live like that, bro. family members, friends, whoever, people I just know, like nobody ever wanted to live like that, bro. It's just your circumstances, what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I found I was gonna be, well, I don't know if I can say that. I was gonna be living like that, bro. But then I found basketball, you know, and then I was like, that's the better way. And then on top of that, I had big brothers, big sisters, my mama, like, other family telling me, like, that's not the route. You're gonna end up, jail, dead, however wrong you're gonna end up, bro. Like, just stick with the basketball, and then that's you can really do, because especially they seen it when I was younger. I had talent. It's like you can really make it with this, like really just lock in with that, and it's gonna be the better way, you know. So that's really how I just stayed focused. I had people in my ear telling me to stay focused, stay focused. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't deviate it off the track a little bit, but it's just overall, have your goals, man. Have your goals and stick to them for the most part.
Yeah, and then since you growing on TikTok, with TikTok is like one of the most popular thing, if not the most popular thing, social media wise. How does it feel? This is a two-part question. So, how does it feel when you see yourself on TikTok getting all these views, getting all these interactions to people that is experiencing or that's knowing your story? And on top of that, how do you feel about Detroit knowing your story and people taking the path or taking the steps that you took to get to the level that you're playing at right now?
How does it feel? I just if that's a tough question, bro. It's kind of weird because it's like at the end of the day, it's still social media. It just feel like when I look at the views, sometimes it just feel like a statistic. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, like 700,000 people seeing my stuff. Okay, cool. It's not like you sit here and think about it like what, that's like 700,000 people really looking at you. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like it's just you and your phone, you know. But then when people catch you out in public, be like, oh, 4K Manny, oh, Charles, like, what's up, bro? Then that's when it hit you. It's like, oh, like, these people really know me. Like, oh, snap. You never know. Especially coming from Detroit too, bro. It's like, so if these kids, like the kids come up to me, they know me. You got to think about the other people, the older people that's not gonna come say something to you. It's always like, who know you, bro? Like, who know you and not saying nothing? Because then you never know what they thinking, like what they plotting on, who hating in the background, who congratulating. You don't know whose intentions are true sometimes. So that's the thing that's kind of scary about it. But I just try not to think about that sometimes. But I really just want to use it to like help the youth like get to be the best that they can be. That's really why I started. Like I really wanted to help the youth be the best that they can be. I've been trying to give out tips and stuff on things that I wish I knew when I was younger and things like that. And then on top of that, I'm trying to be somewhat entertaining on there, give y'all a little one-on-ones and stuff like that and show y'all what I'm about at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cool situation. I like it. I feel
Yeah,
like TikTok, great thing.
yeah, I feel that. I feel you on that because like it's just it hits different where they mention your username and your name, and then they start talking to you, and you're like, man, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm that dude right now.
Yeah.
But like sometimes that could be bad for the head because like once that gets into your head, you like, damn, like I gotta stop. Like people know me, I got to my goal.
Mm-hmm.
But you far like I'm
Yeah.
not saying it in like a disrespectful way, not towards you, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not like there yet. You got to keep on going. You got to tell yourself,
Yeah, fact.
I'm not there. I'm not at the point that I want to be at. The point that I want to be at
Mm-hmm.
is the NBA. I want to be hooping, making dollars, making millions like LeBron, Steph, KD, all of them making. So you always got to put that into your head.
Never be comfortable, bro. Never be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like even when I be telling kids all the time, bro, like you can get work in literally whenever. Like I don't know if you know or not, but I'll be in the gym from like anywhere between 11 to 4 in the morning. like in the gym, like just shooting shots. I'll be on live sometimes, just shooting shots. Everybody be like, "Oh, it's 3 a.m, it's 2 a.m. Like, what you doing?" Like, bro, you don't have to go off society schedule, bro. You can get the work in whenever you feel like. So that's my thing, bro. Because when I'm sitting around, I'll be like, "Why am I just sitting here, bro? I could be doing something. Like, I could be doing something productive, bro. Like, I can't just be wasting my time." But that's just me personally, though. I feel like you got to switch your mindset to be able to not get comfortable with where you at. You know what I'm saying? Always be uncomfortable. So that's my thing. Because you can always get better. No matter how good you are, bro, at anything, you can always get better at it. So
I feel that. I feel that 100%. Because a lot of people, they just be sitting around, just not doing anything, and it's like the thought never comes into your mind. Like, man, I got to get out and do this. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I was one of those people at those times where I would just sit there and just do absolutely nothing. And then the thought came into my mind. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I need to do something productive. I need to go out there, especially in a big metropolitan area like Chicago. I can go out one day and probably meet someone that can help me with my career and field. But I don't know that until I get out there and do that.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
We talking about stories, we chopping it up. I gotta ask, because you're from Detroit, so I gotta ask. You know Baby Tron?
Do I know him like know him?
No. Like, do you know him as in like you know his music, you listen to his music, like that type of know him?
Oh yeah, for a fact, bro. Yeah, for a fact, bro. He definitely hot in the city right now. But I'll be telling people like with the rap in Detroit, if you don't take advantage of your momentum and carry it out of the city, you'll be through in a year. But I see what he's doing though. He doing his thing. He blew up pretty much like last year. And now I see like he going outside of the city. Like you in Naperville and you heard about him. So I feel like he gonna end up making it big. And I feel like he pretty good, bro. But I hope he do the best, bro. Cause I like his music. I think he cool.
Yeah, my friend told me about him at first. I'm not gonna lie, I was clowning him. I was like, Baby Tron ain't it. Baby Tron ain't it. And then one day I start blasting his music on my speaker. And I'm like, damn, he's spinning.
Yeah.
Like, man, okay, I'm messing with this. What's your favorite Baby Tron song?
That's tough. It's off the Ben Reaper though. Ben Reaper too. Probably I like so many on there, bro. It's hard to choose. I'll probably say Paul Bear, Jesse Owens, How. It's pretty much that whole album was heat, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that whole Ben Reaper too. But anything before that, no disrespect to him, he just wasn't ready yet, you know, in my opinion. But what about you? What you like?
Man, I got a couple. Off of Trifecta, I would say either Soul Bleed or NFL, but that's him, Stanwell, and I forget the other dude's name that's with him. Mm-hmm. But off of just him, I think I'm gonna go with Mr. Do the Dash. Either Mr. Do the Dash or 6 Star Wanted Level off of Megatron.
Yeah, that was
hard.
Yeah. But no, that's what's up, bro. I'm glad to see he actually making it out the city, bro. You know, because a lot of people get trapped into just staying where they from and not expanding themselves. So that's good to see.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Shout out Baby Tron. Hopefully Baby Tron come on the podcast. And you come on the podcast too. Man. That'd be something.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be something. Well, Charles, before you go, I got one more question for you. I know you got a whole bunch of stuff to do, so I'll make this quick. To all the youth that's listening right now, what is one message that you want to share, or what's one message that you want to tell the youth?
Let's see, bro. What I'm gonna tell the youth: chase your dreams, bro. It sounds cliche, but it's really facts. Like you can really, I'll tell them all the time, like you can do whatever you want to do in this world. Don't let anybody older, your mom, your daddy, your cousins, your teachers, don't let them tell you that any dream is too big for you. Like, you really can make it out of anything you want to do. And if you're in a bad situation as a youth, stay focused and locked in on your goals. Find you something that you want to do and go hard at it every day, bro. Because really, your time, I don't want to sound like that, but your time is going to run fast. Like, you ain't going to have your whole life to be a kid. Like, really just focus on what you want to do early. Don't get it wrong. Like, still have fun being a kid, but like, focus on what you want to do early. Start early. It's never too early to start what you want to do. Chase your dreams, bro. That's
For
it.
real. For real. I agree 100% with that. 100%. Thank you, Charles Jones, for chopping it up with your boy, Jonathan Keaton, on 1497 Podcast, baby. Mike will be back next week. As always, subscribe to the podcast on all podcasting platforms. Like and comment our podcast on YouTube. Follow our podcast on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, trust the process. Have a good weekend, y'all. I'm out. Charles out. Later.